What is up, guys? Neumatix here with our Adventure to Space Let's Play. If you are new, let me go ahead and catch you up to what we've been doing. So in the first episode, we went ahead and just gathered a bunch of stuff. And then in the last episode, we went ahead and created the arc furnace for Advanced Rocketry. So the arc furnace is something you need when you first start out to go ahead and make your steel. And then with your steel, you can make all of these other contraptions. So we needed the steel to start making those other things so that we don't have to be going through all of our materials so fast like we have, even though I've built up quite a bit of materials since the last episode. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to create two different machines, the lathe and the rolling machine. The rolling machine is going to make it easier for us to go ahead and make our plates, and then the lathe is going to make it easier for us to make our rods. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I made this special room just for that, so if I go to make any more solar panels to power these things, it's not going to have any sort of problem. Let's go ahead and get into our hollow projector and see right here. Maybe we can go ahead and make the lathe first, or maybe I'll just go ahead and do the rolling machine. The rolling machine is actually really important. I've noticed that I've been using a lot of materials to make these plates for every single machine or every single item thus far. So let's go ahead and get that underway. Now we got to figure out, where do we want to put this thing? I think we probably put it maybe right here. Let's see, how much space does it take up? That's right against the wall. And then we're going to have, where's our power input? Okay, our power plug is right there, so we can just go ahead and have our little solar power right there, and we have the motor on the back. That should be fine, and then it goes up one, and there we go. That's the whole thing. So let's go ahead and start grabbing the materials. I luckily was able to go ahead and get as much of the materials as I needed for this build. I think the only thing I'm missing is maybe a couple circuits that we needed. So of course we're going to need some input hatches, and I think we only needed one for the lathe. And then we need an output, we need a power plug, we're going to need a motor, and we're going to probably need some coils and machine structures. Alright, I think that's it. Let's go and check out and make sure that we have all the items we need to go ahead and place those down and to get this machine ready to make some. Actually, what am I doing? I'm not making the lathe right now, I'm making the rolling machine, so I'm going to need a little bit more. I'm going to need that fluid input hatch to place right there. So let's go ahead and just start putting down some stuff. So we got the power plug. We have the motor. Let's go and put that back here. We have some machine structures, and I got a bunch of those, so that won't be a problem. And we just need to make sure we go ahead and go down to the first level here. There we go. Okay, machine structures. I think it's all three. Some output hatches. We're going to need to grab another one of those. The fluid input hatch, and then the coils. I went ahead and just made some aluminum coils because I have so much aluminum, it's ridiculous. So we need to use up some of the stuff. Hopefully I don't need, actually might need to save some of that for some of the future machines, especially when we make our rocket ship. So another machine structure right there. All right, let's go ahead and grab the rest of that stuff real quick and get this thing finished up. I think I'm also going to have to make a couple more things, like a fluid pipe of some sort, because this thing, I looked up, needs some water when we go ahead and make any kind of plates. So here we go. And another input, another output. I think that's it, right? Oh, we need our fluid input hatch. There we go. Let's run back over here. All right. Input hatch is going to be on the top. So why are they separated? I want that. And then two of the outputs right here. What is going on? Why is it not going together? Okay, there we go. Okay, we got output, another output, our fluid input. All right, we got the bottom finished. Let's go up to the top. As long as our hollow projector is still working, and it is. Place one there, and then our input hatches. And now we just need a rolling machine, the one block that's going to make this thing just come together. So let's go ahead and look up and see what it takes to make that thing. So the rolling machine, I know, is probably going to need some circuit boards. Yes, we need some steel gears and blocks of iron. So these are kind of a pain to make. We're going to need quite a few plates again. We're going to need some of these planks, redstone and diamonds. So let's go ahead and start making those. Let me go ahead and make those real quick, and then I'll get right back to you guys. Alright guys, I literally just finished making that rolling machine, so let's go ahead and put it in place and see what this thing actually looks like. So the rolling machine's supposed to go right there. Let's grab it out and place it there. Okay, so now we should be good. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need some kind of power source, but we can make that in a bit. So let's go ahead. What happened? I guess I jumped. Oh, wow. My my armor is all gone except for my legs. That's not good. Anyways, check this out. We have officially created the rolling machine. It is all complete, all done, set up. Here we go. We need to go ahead and put some water into this thing. So we need to make some pipes and then a pressurized tank so they can hold some water. And then it's going to need some kind of power source, which the power source is right here. So I'm going to have to hook something up to it as well. So what do we have that can do such things? Let's go and look up some pipes. We're going to need, I believe, some of these liquid pipes. We're going to need some clay, copper sheet. How do we even make that? You make it in the rolling machine. Well, that's not very convenient. So looks like we might have to make some other machines to make this work. I don't know. Let's see here for a second. What was I going to make? Let's go ahead and grab the pressurized tank and see if we can just put this straight up on it. Super high pressurized tank. Okay. This is made in the rolling machine as well, so we might have to just put some water in it by hand and make those over time, which is fine. That's no big deal. I have a bunch of buckets, as you saw in the first episode, that I used, so we can go ahead and get all of those out. We have 4, and we just go ahead and throw them all in there to get this thing running. And then we're going to need some kind of power source, and I think I looked up and I saw it has a coal generator that can hook up to this thing, so that'd be good. There we go. 1 bucket, 2, 3. Let's put 1 more, and there we go. Let's go ahead and go find some kind of power source for this thing. So I know it has a generator in this mod. It's a coal generator, and I believe it just needs a furnace and a battery. Yep, and then we could go ahead and make that thing. So let's go ahead and go make one of those. So after we get this thing running, I believe we could go ahead and right away make that lathe machine, which would be awesome because that would make life a whole lot easier with making some of those rods for all of the other machines. And this rolling machine is going to just make life a whole lot easier instead of using a bunch of blocks to make our plates. Okay, so we need some cobble. Here we go. Cobble out, furnace, battery, coal generator. Sweet. All right, and I think we could just go ahead and put it right next to it. I'm unfortunately running very, very low on coal, so we're probably going to have to go mining for some more later on, but we'll go ahead and just get this thing running. I believe if I put it right next to it, it should work. Yep, there we go. The power's going in. We are good to go. Let's go ahead and put something in there. I always want to see what we can put in there and what we can get out really quickly. Let's grab some iron. Let's go and make some more iron plates in here. And no, let's go ahead and grab this. Yeah, grab that stack and go over here and put some in and watch it do some magic. There we go. Turn the machine on. There we go. See the animations going off? Getting those iron ingots over, turning them into plates. Does it go into both? No, it just goes, okay. So I put 4 iron ingots in and got a plate for each. That is ridiculously amazing. This machine is awesome because I was using a whole block of iron just to get 4. So yes, that is definitely going to help us on material cost. All right, so now that we got that all set up, let's go ahead and start making our lathe machine. The lathe machine, I know, I looked at it earlier, is a lot easier to make than the rolling machine. And maybe we could just put it in a corner because of it being so small. Yeah, I think we could put it right next to this thing. I don't think I'd have a problem with that. So all we need is the lathe itself, a motor, input hatch, output hatch, some machine structures, and a power input plug. And I believe I have most of that already. So let's go ahead and grab those out if I can go ahead and do that. All right, so I think my machine structure right there. I think I have everything for it. Let's go check real quick. I put everything that has to deal with advanced rocketry right into here. So yes, we have all of those. I think the only thing I don't have as of earlier is lathe, so I might have to cut out to go ahead and make those materials real quick to go ahead and make the lathe itself. But here we go, output hatch. We have the input hatch. We're gonna have to put that above it, I believe. Yes, right above. We have some machine structures. Do we need any machine structures? Yes, we did. Right here. And then we need the power input right there. All right, and then the motor. I don't think it matters which way the motor faces. It might. I don't trust it. Let's go ahead and break that and turn it around. All right, there we go. So now all we need is, yeah, so check this out. This is probably, if you guys are following along, probably the first machine you're going to want to make because of it being so easy. I mean, this rolling machine, yeah, it was a little more tougher to get all the items for it, but it's going to be really worth it in the end from all those plates. This only makes rods, so, I mean, it helps you out in a little bit, but not as much as that rolling machine. So the lathe, I believe, has a very similar way of being made like the rolling machine. Let's check it out. The lathe, yeah, I think almost exactly. It doesn't need 2 steel gears, it needs just 1, then some steel plates, some of those circuit boards again, iron rods. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go and gather up some materials in my chest and make these out real quick, and I'll go on and get back to you guys in a bit. And what do you know, guys? I just came across a issue where I needed some more steel plates, and I was just about to make it the old way with the crafting mesh to make a block, and then going over to the small plate presser to make it, and then just realizing, yeah, we just made that machine for just this occasion. So let's go ahead and make those last few plates, and then we can go ahead and make this lathe. So let's put 2 of those in there, and it should automatically start making those, I believe. Yep, we already got 1 plate, and then it should have just finished with the other. There we go. Let's go ahead and finish making this lathe, put it together, and get it to work as well. And I think I'm going to make another coal generator for it because it just seems like, well, I wanted to make it just, I guess it'd make more sense to make the solar panel powers for them because I made this room just for that occasion with all the glass as the roof. So I might switch over to those later because I know the solar powers are a little more tougher, I guess, in order to go in and make those. So let's go ahead and finish off this lathe. Grab it. There we go. And run over to our machine and form it to see what this thing looks like. Here we go. And I think just hit that. Yeah, there we go. Check that out. Pretty cool. I gotta say, for Advanced Rocketry, this guy did really good on the models. It looks really cool. So the power is going to be on this side. We're going to have to make another coal furnace. So let's go ahead and make that real quick and throw something in there just to watch it work. I don't have anything in there. We're going to need some kind of iron to watch it work. So let's go ahead and get some of that out. And then we need to get our cobblestone to make our furnace. Just 1. Not 8 of them, or not 7 of them. And then our battery. Luckily, I had some spare batteries laying around. It's mainly why I wanted to make some of these coal generators. And then grab some coal out. We can head on over here. Good thing I had it 1 away from the wall. Otherwise, this would have been very bad. I'll throw those in. I think the input is up here. Let's just put 1. I just want to see 1 of them work. And let's turn this thing on. There we go. How cool is that? 1 iron to make 1 rod. I think 1 rod, maybe 2. Whoa, what's going on? I think the graphics kind of freaking out a little bit. Okay, it's done. Oh, we get 2 iron rods out of 1. And it used to be you get 4 iron rods out of 3. So definitely saving on cost right there. All right, we have some coal in there to last us a little bit. That'll last us a little bit. So I may, like I said, switch those over to the solar panels instead. But like I said, the solar panels are a little more costly. So we'll save that for later. But there we go. We went ahead and made our rolling machine and our lathe machine. I think that we're probably going to want to go ahead and make the crystallizer or the cutting machine. Or maybe the precision assembler. I'm not for sure. We're going to have to figure out what other machines we're going to make since we got the rolling machine set up and the lathe set up, we won't have to be using so many materials to waste, I guess, as we were before with that small plate presser. But you know what, guys? I actually added a lot of stuff to my little base here that I kind of wanted to show you guys real quick. So these iron furnaces are actually, well, they're gold furnaces, and they're from the mod More Furnaces. I know some of you may or may not have had these before, so I wanted to go and show you guys in case you didn't know. I have Iron Chest mod installed. This gives you a little more advanced in storage, I guess you could say. Instead of having these double chests, I went ahead and just made one of those because I have kind of a chest for everything, like miscellaneous. I have food for materials, and then blocks over here. And then finally, some of the redstone I've been doing is in this side. If you didn't see before, I have just a jeb door, open it up to our big base over there. And then if we go over here, I have a small jeb door, open it up, and then I have my own staircase design. I went ahead and implemented and put in to go down into my underground little room where I do all of my enchanting, my anvil stuff, a little crafting bench so I don't have to keep running upstairs, and then my little brew stand. Some pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to go and show you guys off that and show you what I've actually been up to besides collecting all the materials for the stuff that we were going to be using for the Advanced Rocketry mod. But yeah, alright, that is pretty much it for this episode, I think. I believe that in the next one, we are going to be creating some more machines like the crystallizer. I think that will definitely be the next one we do, the crystallizer and the cutting machine. And if we have time, we will go ahead and make that precision assembler, and it will be one step closer to making our rocket ship. But if you did enjoy this showcase, I mean this Let's Play, I get those confused. I do showcases all the time on my mods. But if you did like this, go ahead and leave me a like or a comment. I'd really appreciate it. And if you would, subscribe to get more content like this every Thursday. Thanks again, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.